Like you're trying to remember a name, and it's right there on the tip of your tongue.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Well, today we're diving into something that claims to help with those brain blips. It's called Brain Booster.
Ah, yes, Brain Booster. It's certainly been making a splash lately.
Yeah. And for this deep dive, we've got a pretty interesting story from a guy named Brian Thompson, who, well, he claims it completely changed his life. But before we get into all that, I do want to mention we've got a link to the official Brain Booster website in the description below.
Good idea. Let folks check it out for themselves as we chat.
Exactly. All right. So Brian Thompson, this guy was experiencing some pretty classic signs of, what people call like cognitive decline, like forgetting appointments, losing his train of thought.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. And he even got lost driving to the mall, a route he'd taken 100 times.
Oh, wow. That's tough.
Right. So it turns out, this is where the story gets interesting. He got into a little fender bender in the mall parking lot.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Thankfully, everyone's okay. But the other driver, he recognized that Brian was struggling, with these memory lapses.
Really?
Yeah, because his own wife had gone through something similar.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he told Brian about this program she'd used to regain her mental sharpness. And that's how Brian first heard about Brain Booster.
Talk about a chance encounter.
Right. Total fate. Now, Brian was skeptical at first, like anyone would be.
Oh, absolutely.
But things were getting pretty bad for him, so he decided to give it a try.
So what exactly is Brain Booster? What's the big idea behind it?
Well, from what I've gathered, it all comes down to blood flow. The idea that good blood flow is crucial for a healthy brain. They actually compare blood vessels to highways delivering essential supplies to your brain.
Makes sense, right? If you've got a traffic jam, the supplies can't get through.
Exactly. And that's where Brain Booster comes in.
So how does it work? Is it like medication or special supplements?
Actually, no. It's not about popping pills. It's more about retraining your body and mind to optimize blood flow naturally.
Okay, now that's interesting. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, me too. It's a multi-pronged approach, which we'll dive into more in a sec. But one of the key elements is breathing.
Breathing? Really? What does that have to do with blood flow to the brain?
It's more connected than you might think.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are specific breathing techniques that can actually enhance blood flow by increasing something called nitric oxide production.
Nitric oxide? Isn't that what's in those little canisters that athletes use?
Yeah, actually. It's a molecule that dilates blood vessels. Basically makes those brain highways wider and more efficient. And you know what? Some of these breathing techniques are actually on the Brain Booster website. You can check them out.
Oh, really? I might have to give that a look. The link is in the description, right?
Yep, right there in the description below.
Okay.
So breathing is one prong. What else is involved?
Well, the second prong focuses on something that might surprise you. Muscle relaxation exercises.
Wait, muscle relaxation? I thought we were talking about the brain.
We are, but here's the thing. Tension in certain muscles can actually restrict blood vessels, and that can impede blood flow to the brain.
Okay, now you've really got my attention. Tell me more about these muscle relaxation exercises.
Well, we're not just talking about the kind of tension you feel in your shoulders after a long day. This is about releasing tension in internal muscles. Muscles we often don't even realize we're holding.
Internal muscles, like where?
Like deep within the body,
Oh.
often surrounding vital organs and blood vessels.
So you're saying that tension in those muscles can actually affect blood flow to my brain?
Exactly. And Brain Booster includes exercises specifically designed to target and release that tension.
Wow, that's fascinating. Okay, so we've got breathing and muscle relaxation.
Mhm.
What's the third prong?
The third prong is all about targeted oxygen delivery.
Okay, I'm listening.
They use specific techniques to direct oxygen to different areas of the brain, kind of like giving those regions a personalized oxygen boost.
That sounds pretty high tech. How do they do that?
Well, I don't have all the specifics, but from what I understand, it involves a combination of breathing techniques, visualization, and gentle movements.
Interesting. And they claim this can address specific cognitive challenges like memory problems or difficulty focusing.
Exactly. And if you're curious to learn more about those techniques, remember to check out the link in the description below to the Brain Booster website.
Right. Always a good reminder. So we've got breathing exercises, muscle relaxation, and targeted oxygen delivery. It's like Brain Booster combines the best of ancient wisdom with modern science.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique approach.